Okay. Thanks for coming along. I made little notes on my computer here. And as I was doing that, I was reminded of this film that Jodie Foster was in it. What's it called? I'll put it in the screen here. Anyways, they get these radio signal from another place in space, and plans to how to build a spaceship basically. So they construct this ship, and she goes inside of it. She's got these headphones on, and she's talking the whole time, saying what it's like going through this experience. Went through a wormhole and stuff, and that reminds me of what I'm doing here. It's sort of like I'm like Jodie Foster, I'm going to be telling you what I'm experiencing. Yeah, to me, Tool are like, the song is like an unrolling carpet, and you're walking down. It's just like the song is just something unrolling. I love that feeling that Tool creates with their music, that you're following some kind of a path. You're going from start to finish. It's really cool. Takes you down, whatever. Listening to Tool is like taking a drug. Yeah, it is a little sometimes. Yeah, there's a bit of a jam aspect to the band. They had a kind of a jam feel. The song is very intense. And 1974, Relayer by Yes, an album called Relayer. There's a 20-minute song called Gates of Delirium. And in this song, they portray musically a battle where it sounds like there's two armies slashing at it, swords, axes. It has a very primeval kind of feel to it. Tool feels like it's like there's almost like this sort of battle going on, which is symbolic perhaps of dealing with things, issues in your own thought as you get older and have to deal with things in a practical way. That's probably the case with Tool, knowing how Maynard had a pretty difficult childhood with his mom in a wheelchair and stuff, paralyzed for many years, and other neglects or abuses that he alludes to, I believe. So anyways, it sounded like there was a Godzilla at one part of the song, was like blowing fire. It was sounded, wow, what was that? It sounded amazing. And then there was certain parts that really remind me of King Crimson for sure. They're influenced by King Crimson. That kind of chord, the kind of a dissonant chord, and aggressive. I love that lyric, chasing the tail of dogma. Yeah, and I love the dynamics of the song where it goes from loud to quiet. I really appreciate music that's like that. And in a sense, thinking of classical music, I don't know how many of you have gone to classical concerts. Even if you think you're not a classical music kind of person, go to a classical music concert. Please, I recommend it strongly. Just go to one classical concert. It's just amazing if you see it live as compared to when you're, hearing it as music in a shopping mall or something. That was more of a psychedelic song, even a little more, like, it's definitely progressive. Really what it is after the fact trying to come up and make sense of something, because somebody doesn't sit down, I'm going to make a progressive song right now, and back in the 70s and 60s, or now I'm going to make a psychedelic song. It's like you just write them and they just happen, and then after the fact you kind of say, Joe and Bobby and Sue all were making music that's sort of sounding like that. So why don't we call that psychedelic? And Steve and Joseph were making stuff like that. Let's call that orchestral progressive. Or be sure you subscribe, because then you're part of the Wolf Pack. And it's still early in the days of the Wolf Pack here. We're just growing the channel. I'm really proud that we're approaching 4,000 subscribers probably the next couple months or something. I want to go higher and farther than that, so do support the channel and keep leaving your comments and your positive remarks. Appreciate that. We'll really appreciate all of you guys, and for sharing this music with me and being along for the ride. So that's it, Dean, spiraling out. I'm not going to get up this time. I'm just going to cut off the screen.